Runway fans, we're back on After the Runway. It's episode 10, and it's the Michael Kors Challenge. So he picked 7 famous locations that he loves and is inspired by, and each designer picked one, and the results were boring. We're trying really hard to be positive, but this season is just a little lackluster, and there's nothing we can do about it. But at least Michael and Nina are back. They're really the core people that bring sort of essence of Project Runway to the show.
They do, and I loved Mila.
Yeah,
Mila was amazing.
She was great. She was so enthusiastic and
so insightful and so knowledgeable and
Very
so
insightful.
Informative, and she just, like, her criticism was so constructive.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So the top 3 this week were Carol Hanna, who had Palm Beach, Irina, who won the challenge 3rd time, and she was Aspen. And the 3rd person was Jordana, who had New York Park Avenue.
Really, Jordana's fit. I mean, you could see Jordana's on Gossip Girl. Like, I could totally imagine one of the moms wearing it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's Jordana. Like I said, I could imagine one of the moms wearing it. It's not a dress for a young girl.
No.
I think for Jordana's dress, I think what really made it Park Avenue was that necklace, that crystal necklace thing that she did.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful, but I thought about it. I was like, well, if it didn't have that element, would it really be Park Avenue? I don't know.
Yeah. And who else was in the top? Oh, Carol Hanna. She chose that print, which was really her saving grace. That dress was pretty, and her braided detail was interesting, but
kind of looked like the Surf Challenge.
It did. Yeah,
Totally,
it totally did.
Totally did.
But that print, like, what did Michael Kors say? That print was the pinstripe of Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Which could go either way. Like, he could be saying that yawn, like, I get it, it's a Palm Beach print, or he could be saying you got it spot on. Like, I wasn't sure what he meant by that. But
I think he meant that she could have picked a more bolder and more wild print.
Yeah.
I think that was my understanding of it anyway.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Yeah.
So Irina's, like, when she picked the faux fur, and I'm glad she said faux fur. I mean, whatever, let's be kind to animals. But when that model came out with the hood, and she was the first one, and like it was exciting. I was like, oh, Aspen, I get it right away. You know.
Mila Jovovich said, like, you could imagine that woman sipping champagne.
Yeah.
Like, she's a sexy ski bunny who doesn't ski.
Yeah, the fantasy was, like, totally there. And she made 3 really well-tailored, really well-made pieces. The pants, I loved the pants.
And they kind of look like Michael Kors, actually.
It did, yeah.
With the fur vest and the big cowl.
Yeah, it looked really good. I'm such a sucker for hoods and cowls and, like, you know, interestingly cut out things like the back part.
Yeah,
the back
was
was
cool.
so sexy
I
and
like
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just did an amazing job. And honestly, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, what celebrity could I envision wearing this? Oh, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like Mariah Carey in Aspen for New Year's on Christmas in that outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah, totally.
So now we get to the bottom, Christopher and Nicholas. Nicholas seemed to give up. Like, right from the beginning, he said he chose Greece because he wanted a challenge. He thought New York would be too easy. But then he just sort of threw away the whole idea of Greece. Like, he didn't even, it had nothing to do with Greece whatsoever.
And he even, it's like he almost had a chance by mistake when he said the draping looked too Grecian.
Yeah.
And then he didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like if he had held on to that, at least he could have something to say, well, I went with this Grecian influence.
Yeah. And what did he say? Like, I can see someone wearing it in Greece?
Yeah. It's not, it doesn't look like it's from Greece, but someone could wear it there.
Yeah. And then Christopher, I mean, if you had told me those 2 were going to be in the bottom 2, Christopher's never won a challenge. He's got some taste issues and some construction issues. So I was shocked that he stayed. I was pretty shocked about that.
And I mean, even he said, like, he works in a mall and, like, he doesn't have the experience and he doesn't, like, he really, all of his pieces, the last, like, what, 5 have been awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Nicholas went home. I was kind of shocked, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely
considering,
shocked.
you know, Nicholas is definitely the better designer.
Yep.
You know, he has the technical, he has the creative, and yeah, they
He's
sent
a
him
character.
home. And he's a character.
Yeah.
So
He brings something to the show that Christopher might not, you know.
exactly. I mean, all Christopher can do is cry.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe they just like the tears. Maybe
Quiet
they feel bad for
desperation.
him.
Yeah. So when Heidi was talking about Logan's outfit and when she was saying that, you know, she didn't mind it, I love the part when Mila came in and chimed in and she goes, well, if this was Project, I didn't mind it, then he totally would have won. Which is so true.
Yeah, so true. So that's episode 10. There's only a few episodes left till Bryant Park, which is going to be the most exciting episode, what we've been waiting for all season. So we'll see you next week on After the Runway, and thanks for watching.